to you in his press conference in Chicago. He said he called every offensive play for the Chiefs in the second half of the Titan game. Quote, there are scenarios when I wish I would have had made some different choices with the play call. He said Tuesday after he was introduced as the Bears coach, for me, that was a failure in my book. I felt terrible for our team or organization. We put in a lot of good work. He said that when asked, listen to this quote, when asked after the game, who called the offensive plays, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid took the blame. Nagy called the good ones. I called the bad ones. Let's leave it at that. That's pretty nice to Reid to say that. Running back Hunt, you know about that. Kelsey, you know about that. Nagy said he would call the offensive plays for the Bears. He said he would indicate he indicated he would improve as a play caller. Here's his quote. That's a learning situation for me. I'll grow from it and I'll learn from it. I promise you that. I use that as a strength here for me with the Bears. The new GM Ryan Pace said, one of the things I love about Matt is his humility and willingness to come in and talk about that moment like he did at the news conference. He owned it. Hey, guys, this is what happened. I was calling the plays. This is what I learned from it. I'm going to get better moving forward. I agree with Pace wholeheartedly. That shows some courage by Nagy. So that's a good sign if you're a Bear fan. I like what Nagy said there. So we get that straightened out now, but only 4 or 5 running plays down a stretch for Hunt in the Tennessee loss on Saturday. Here's Timmy in Connecticut, and he says hello, and he's with us here on Mad Dog Unleashed. Tim, good afternoon. How are you today? What do you have?
Doggy, it's great to have you back in my life. I diehard Mike and the Mad Dog fan, and I stayed with Francesa, and I absolutely crushed it. He's not there anymore. I gave the new I used to call you guys regularly, too. But I bought Sirius now to listen to you.
You're a refugee, Tim. We've been playing Petty's Refugee. You were with Mike for all those years. You finally were thrown off the boat. You got a raft. You're bouncing around in the Long Island Sound. You're looking for a radio home, and thank God you found it. So there you go. Good to have you back with us.
My wife bought me XM for Christmas.
There you go. We got a little Christmas gift. Did she buy you XM because she knew that you no longer had Mike?
Yes. I tried the new. That's one of the reasons I was calling. I tried the new afternoon show. To say that it's putrid is being nice. It is as bad of a show as humanly possible.
Well, you got to give him a chance. You got to give him a chance. I don't want to say that.
Carlin gives the phone number every 30 seconds. It's unlistenable. I just can't do it. 3 people's too much. I can't do it.
Yeah, 3 people is a mistake. I totally agree.
I'm back
Way
with
mistake.
the dog. And all right, this is the other thing I was going to ask you real quick. Where do you think Francesa is going to end up on April when he gets
Timmy, Mike will find somewhere. This is not the time to do that. Let Mike enjoy a couple of months off. We'll get to that later. He'll work somewhere. I would say right now Bill Simmons, based on what you told me. Kevin in L.A., good call from Tim. He's a refugee. He's part of the family. Kev, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What do you have for me?
Dog, I've been a Georgia Bulldog fan since 1978, 79.
Right.
You know, we had Jeff Pyburn at quarterback, Willie McClendon. This is before Herschel Walker. So, I agree with you wholeheartedly about the cause. But to me, the game turned when we started going conservative, and Fromm did not throw but 2 passes in the late second half. That really hurt me because this is a 5-star recruit also out of the state of Georgia. You got to trust your quarterback. And the interception was off a guy's helmet.
Yeah, so it really wasn't that. It was that interception was more of an unlucky interception than anything else, and they were influenced by that pick too much. I'm with you 100%. This is a kid who did a great job against Oklahoma, Kev. You can't try to put a game in the icebox. You can't. You have to play the game out. You can't look for the finish line. And Kirby Smart in this game looked to get to the finish line without playing the game out properly. And as you said, it came back to bite him in the rear end. Go ahead. Next.
It sure did. Alabama, they won the game because they were aggressive. On that sack in overtime, the 2nd and 26, what the kid do? He went deep, instead of dinking and dunking to get in the field goal range. So, they deserve to win. But here's the thing. Who represents the referee? Who reprimands the referees after the game? Or do they go on vacation and say, oh, well, it was a bad call, go enjoy your vacation?
I can't, good call. I can't answer that. I don't know how it works in a college football. These officials, I don't know where the umbrella is. I mean, obviously this crew is, I believe, Big Ten. Now, the Rose Bowl, and I meant to say it. I swear I did. I meant to say it on Tuesday last week. The Rose Bowl officiating crew did a superb job. Superb. And that was a hard game because it's double overtime, a lot of points. That was 4 hours. They were very, very good. Excellent. This crew last night was atrocious. And they weren't atrocious to both teams. They were just atrocious against Georgia. And Georgia's got other issues, not just the officiating, but if any of 4 of those calls is called properly in the second half, the punt, the pass interference, the late hit on the quarterback, and the movement on the touchdown that tied the game, forget the face mask, if any of those 4 calls are called properly, Georgia wins the game. Simple. There's no way around it. You can't. There's no disputing it. If it wasn't for the pass interference, they would have punted and they would have had the ball up a touchdown. If it wasn't for if they called the illegal motion, they wouldn't have scored a touchdown there. They'd be down a 4th down. No, I think that was 4th down, was it not? Eddie can double check that on a touchdown play at the end. I'll look at myself. And then if you look at the hit on the QB, if that is called properly, we just discussed it with Steve, and if they had put the punt properly, that would have put him in a bad way. So a lot of things went right for Alabama late in that game. We'll get a call in. No, we'll take a break. Then we'll get the calls in as we continue along the way here on Mad Dog